This week I tracked every minute that I worked in my eBay business. We'll calculate the profit and determine my hourly rate. Is it worth it? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to eBay with Chris. I'm on a journey to build an eBay business from $0 to $3,000 monthly profit in just 12 months. This is my update for the week of April 3rd to April 9th. This was a steady, even keel kind of week. I don't know about you, but I don't want to have a roller coaster of an eBay business. I don't want to have a week where it's a lot of sales and then another week where it's almost no sales. I just want steady, even, consistent sales, and this is one of those weeks. This video, I'm going to show you every single item that I sold and the profit for each item. I'm also going to look at my eBay metrics and show you how I'm doing there. And we'll talk about my business metrics to see if I'm progressing towards my goal. Also, I'm going to show you how many hours I worked for the week because I tracked all of my hours. We'll compare that to my profit and calculate my hourly rate, my profit per hour. Let's go. I want to jump around the different sections in the video. I did put timestamps in the notes below, so check those out. We're going to start with 5 items that I sold this week and the profit for each item. Okay, so before we get into these items that I sold and my profit, you need to know that my average cost per item is $3. That's what I'm assuming. My average buy cost for every single item year to date is only $1.86. So that's what I'm spending per item when I buy things at the Goodwill bins or now garage sales. The rest of that cost, the $3 cost, covers things like laundry, storage boxes, poly bags, shipping bags, shipping boxes if I need those. So that's why my cost per item is $3. That's my calculation. It's an overestimate. I know that, but I'm buying things at $1.86 a piece, and I'm adding roughly another $1 of cost to each item to operate my business profitably. So for every single item, I'm going to assume a $3 cost. Oh, and for each item, I'm just going to explain what the customer or the buyer is all in for, my eBay earnings, and my profit for each item. If you want to see the details, go ahead and pause and look at the screen. For example, you can see how much taxes eBay collected, eBay's transaction fees, shipping label, my shipping label cost, and then whether or not I had any ad fees associated with that specific item. So feel free to pause it and check out all the numbers, all the details if you want, but I'm just gonna explain the main numbers, the big numbers. So this first item is an Amazon employee swag shirt, something that I got for free at a previous employer, Amazon obviously. So my cost on this, I'm just assuming $1. This buyer was all in for $13.95, including their shipping cost. eBay paid me $6.79, so my profit on this item was $5. This item I got at the Goodwill bins. It's a Patagonia woman's snap tee fuzzy fleece pullover in a purple color. Pretty nice. This buyer is all in for $36.92. eBay paid me $22.34, so my profit was $19. This sweatshirt I also got at the Goodwill bins, and I only picked it up because of the graphics. If you look at this, the graphics are really cool. It's got a skull and some flowers, and it's actually graphics wrap around to the backside as well. But this is by Blind Roosters, and it has the word blessed on it, and I use keywords like skull and flowers. There weren't really any comps on this, so I was just kind of buying it based off the graphics. I figured it would be popular. So this buyer is all in for $34.03. eBay paid me $22.75, and my profit was $19. I have a pair of khaki chino pants by Johnston and Murphy, tan of course. This buyer was all in for $29.17. My earnings from eBay were $14.77, and my profit was $11. I got this Columbia Omni Shade long sleeve rash guard shirt at the Goodwill bins, and I honestly wasn't sure about picking it up, but I thought the keywords like rash guard would be helpful, plus it was a good size of 2XL. This buyer was all in for $24.93. eBay paid me $14.07, and I got a profit of $11. Okay, so that was the first 5 items that I sold during this week. I still have 10 more to go, but let's take a break from that and look at my eBay report. So as you can see, this is the eBay report for April 3rd to April 9th. I had 15 items that sold. Total sales for the week, $463.04. The selling costs were $172.89. Only 37.3% of my sales, which is right in line with where I've been. I've been in the 36-37%, which is good. My eBay payout for the week, net sales, $269.95. And my average sales price per item was $30.87, which is above my target goal of $28. This chart shows the sales for the week. As you can see, I had at least one item sold every single day of the week. And like I said earlier in the video, that's what I want. I don't want weeks where I have these ups and downs. I just want consistent sales every single day. That's what I'm shooting for. So I had a sale every day of the week. You can see my total sales there on the left-hand side, $463.04. The actual item sales, what people paid for the item themselves, was $316.50. And then the customers or the buyers also paid shipping and handling fees, $126.34. So I don't do any free shipping. I have everything as cost plus shipping. And then other fees in here, taxes and government fees of $20. Also wanted to show you this chart. It's kind of a breakdown of the eBay fees. You can see my total selling costs on the left there, $172.89. And you can see the breakdown. eBay fees, so we had final value fees of $61.69. That's kind of the percentage that eBay charges you based on your final value of your sale. So $61.69. I also had ad fees of $14.78. I put ads on items that when they've been in my store for 2 to 3 weeks. Like once a week I'll go in and I'll put some items on ads, and typically it's like 5%. I'm just trying to get more eyes on the item in order to move the item faster. The other fee I had there was the shipping label fees of $96.07. So you can pause it and check out all the details if you want. Okay, are you ready for more what sold? Let's go. I got 5 more to show you. Let's check it out. We have a Torrid top. I've been picking up Torrid items, both tops and bottoms lately, just to see how they do because they seem to be selling. So this is a women's +3 size, super soft with kind of the flower embroidery along the collar there. This buyer was all in for $27.25. eBay paid me $13.19 and my profit was $10. Okay, here we have some Dickies Flex cargo pants, black. I actually thought these pants would have more value and more profit. I've been buying a lot of Dickies pants and they seem to sell for more, but this one, the comps just weren't there, so I had to price it lower in order to move it. This buyer was all in for $24.63. eBay payout was $8.95 for a profit of only $6. However, when I look at this, the ad fee was $3.33, which is almost 20% of the total. So, or at least of the $17 cost of the item. So I do need to dive into that a little bit more to figure out why that ad fee is so expensive. I wonder if I had some setting wrong or something like that. Anyways, I need to look at that. Here we have a tap out shirt, a youth boy size, large, size 14-16. MMA, UFC, kind of has like a dragon serpent kind of design on it. This buyer's in for $21.03, and my earnings from eBay was $13.34, and my profit was $10. These are some Mavi jeans that I featured in a couple other videos actually, but this is the video where it shows the details of the sale. They are men's jeans, slim leg, a dark wash. This buyer was all in for $29.97. And my eBay payout was $16.32. They sold in just like a week or so. My profit was $13. Here we have some Lee cargo shorts, camo, I bought a few of these shorts. These were the only pair of camo, but I bought a few of them a couple weeks ago. This is the first one that sold. This buyer was all in for $21.03, and my eBay payout $11.35 for a profit of $8. Okay, that's 10 items that have sold. We have 5 more to go, but let's take a quick break and talk about my metrics. Here we go. So on this journey to build an eBay business from $0 to $3,000 monthly profit, I am focused on 3 metrics. The first metric is to grow my store by 50 items per week. I need to have 2,000 items in my store by December 1st in order to have a $3,000 profit in December. So 50 items per week growth is critical. Metric number 2, I need to have a sell-through rate of 0.5% or greater. If I have 2,000 items in my store, my sell-through rate of 0.5% or greater would mean I would sell 10 items per day, and that would be 300 items in the month. And if I do that, I'm going to hit my goal. And the final metric, metric number 3, is to have $10 profit per item. If I sell 300 items with a $10 profit per item, I'm going to profit $3,000 in the month and hit my goal. So those are the 3 metrics. Let's see how I did. Metric number 1, grow my store by 50 items. I started the week with 383 items in my store, and I ended the week with 435 items. So I increased it by 52 items, and that means if I sold 15 items, I actually listed 67 items during the week. Okay, so metric number 2 is to have a 0.5% sell-through rate or greater. Now to calculate that, you take the number of items sold, divide it by the number of days, and divide that again by the number of items in the store. So I had 15 items sold over 7 days that week of April 3rd to April 9th. And I started that week with 383 items in my store. So 15 divided by 7, divide again by 383. And my sell-through rate for the week was 0.56%. So just over the goal, which is great. That's what I want. I want consistent sales. I don't want a 1% sell-through rate one week and a near 0% sell-through rate the next week. And the third metric is, did I have a $10 profit per item? Now my target is to have an average selling price of $28. That would mean that after paying for shipping fees and eBay fees, I should, and of course the cost of the item, I should clear $10 of profit per item. So my average selling price this week was $30.87, which exceeds my goal of $28. Now let's look at it in a different way as well. So eBay payout was $269.95. I sold 15 items at a cost of $3 per item. That would mean my total cost of those 15 items was $45. So if you take the $269.95 that eBay paid me, subtract the $45 cost for those 15 sales, my profit would be $224.95. Divide that again by the 15 items, and I have a $15 profit per item. That's pretty good. Now also, let's look at cash flow for the week, because that's different, because I'm spending more money to add inventory to my store. So eBay paid me $269.95. I spent on new product at the Goodwill bins, I spent $111.84. So if you subtract what eBay paid me from what I spent on new inventory at the Goodwill bins, $269.95 minus $111.84 gives me a cash flow positive of $158.11. 5 more items to look at. Did I make a profit on those or not? This was also an interesting find. I wasn't sure about these, but after some research, I decided to go ahead and pick them up. These are some Bulwark coveralls, and they U.S. Navy, patches on them, and they're also flame-resistant cotton. So I think that's a big part of it too. Probably for anyone that's working around maybe welding or other type of work like that, these would be a good safety measure. So this buyer was all in for $49.21. My earnings from eBay, $27.62 for a profit of $24. We have some Nike sweatpants with the Seattle Reign Soccer Club emblem on them. And this buyer was all in for $27.81. My payout from eBay, $17.43 with a profit of $14. We have just a plain red cotton shirt. The brand is Territory Ahead, but what's special about this, it is made of Peruvian Pima cotton, and Pima cotton is super soft. So I was kind of surprised at the value of this, but I grabbed it, of course. The buyer was all in for $22.73. eBay paid me $14.30, and I had a profit of $11. Good pickup. This item is a Puma Golf pullover. It's a quarter zip, and it has embroidery of Torrey Pines golf club on there. So this is a really good find. Anytime you find any kind of a golf related light pullover like this, or a polo shirt, you should pick it up. So in this case, this buyer was all in for $50.11. My earnings from eBay, $34.16, and my profit, $31. Good item. Okay, here we have a North Face jacket. It's actually a boys size jacket. I wasn't sure about picking it up because I typically don't get boys or kids items, but because it's North Face, I decided to go for it. Boys medium size, black quilted puffer jacket, really nice. This buyer is all in for $50.27, and eBay earnings $33.97 for a profit of $31. So yes, I'm glad I picked up this item. That's it for the 15 items that sold this week. Now, if you add up the individual profits for each of those items, the total is $223. Divide that by 15, I get a profit per item of $14.87. So of course that really lines up with the profit that I calculated earlier. So it's just kind of a good double check. Okay, so let's look at my hourly rate. Like I told you, I was tracking my hours, well, every minute actually, as best that I could, as accurately as I could for the week. So let's dive into it. So for sourcing, I go sourcing once a week, and for this week I spent 5 hours. That includes travel time back and forth to the Goodwill bins. So 5 hours of sourcing. Picture taking for all of my listings. You remember I did 67 listings. It took me 3.5 hours of time to take those pictures, for an average of about 3 minutes per item. Listing those items, it took me a total of 11 hours to actually list those items. That includes doing the research to try and find the right keywords, and all that goes along with filling out all the details of every single listing. So that's an average of 10 minutes each. Remember, 11 hours, divide that by 67. That's about 10 minutes per item. That's an opportunity for me to get faster and improve my processes there. I have a lot of opportunity for that. And then shipping, in order to ship out the 15 items, it took me a total of 1 hour, all in for 20.5 hours. Are you ready for my hourly rate? Let's calculate this big number, and I'll be shocked and awed at this amazing number. So I had a profit of $223 for the week. I spent 20.5 hours of my time building my business. So if you do the math, 223 divided 20.5, my hourly rate, $10.88. Woo! Now, yes, that's not much. It's actually kind of embarrassing, but I'm building a business here. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into building this business, and I know that by December, when my profits are $3,000, I'm still going to only be putting in 20 to 25 hours a week. At that rate, at that time, my hourly rate will probably be in the $30 per hour range. So it's still not great, but it's getting better and better and better as I build up my inventory and as the sales just start to come in, and I'm doing more of a maintenance on my business and just kind of maintaining my inventory levels and not spending a lot of time building my inventory levels up. So that's just part of growing a business. You're not going to make much money in the beginning, and that's okay because you're building something better for the future. Okay, I hope you like this video. I hope it adds some value, or you learned something that is useful to you that helps you build your own eBay business. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I'll respond to all of them the best that I can. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of this content, make sure you subscribe by clicking this button right here and follow me on my journey from $0 to $3,000 profit per month. And if you want to see more videos just like this on my journey, check out this one right here.